Hi, I'm Phil Constantine, and on this edition of Travels with Phil, we're going to Amboy Crater out in the Mojave Desert in eastern California. There you go. We'll see a little bit more of that lizard in just a bit here. All right, I'm based in San Diego, so I'm going to give you an idea where it is. I'm in California, and it's in California, out in the Mojave Desert, not too far from Route 66. Not too far from the Mojave special area out there. That's the old map of Route 66, and you can see where Amboy is, about halfway between Barstow and Needles. This used to get a lot of traffic, this roadway out here, until they built Interstate 40, and now it's pretty much a ghost town. Not many people travel through there. Now you can see the crater, the big lava field, and the tiny little ghost town of Amboy. And this is an aerial video from not a drone, but an airplane with a camera. Now, the crater is one of the newest in California. It came up about 79,000 years ago. It's 250 feet above the desert floor, about 1,500 feet across. You want to get out there, you can take Crater Road off of National Trails or Route 66 if you prefer that designation. Real well marked, so it's going to be easy to find. So let's drive on out there and see what we can see. Pull on out there. There's two parking lots, but there's usually not a lot of traffic. You come into the main parking lot, you can see the restroom on the right, a few picnic tables, and over on the left-hand side there, you see the observation deck. We'll go over there in just a second. Lots of signs out there. They'll tell you all kinds of stuff about the place out there. Everything from informational things to warnings to rules and regulations. Big warning though, summertime, very hot out here. This is the desert, so just keep that in mind if you're going out there. Lots and lots of water. And this is right next door to a live bombing range. So they're not bombing now, but there may be old ordnance. So really it's a good idea to stay on the trails out there. Now you can sign in. You can see I did the very last one there on that particular page. All right, this is Amboy, California. Sort of. There's a white spot in the road over there. Bob's or Roy's, one of the others. I can't remember which. But as you can see, this is a volcanic field out here. And the highlight of this volcanic field is Amboy Crater. Now, it's 96 degrees when I started this. Around 9 o'clock in the morning, a little after 9. All right, so let's start hiking. Let's go to the trail and give you all kinds of information. We'll give you aerial views, ground views, all kinds of looks out there. So let's start off with Google Maps here. That's the parking lot, and you can see the trail there. Now, this is an old Google Maps picture, so some of this looks like a roadway or an old tire tracks or something like that, but mainly the trail is just one single spot out there, but very, very easy to find. Skirts the edges of the volcano, although you can go straight up. It's just easier if you follow the trail all the way inside. And then there's the inside of Amboy Crater itself, just looming up out of the ground. All right, some more aerial photography here. And thanks very much to Jeff and Nick for letting me use their aerial photography. Now you'll hear me talking about the notch in the volcano. This is where the trail comes in. That makes it a lot easier to get inside. So this is the area I'm talking about when I'm saying accessing the lip of the crater. This is the main parking area. Another informational sign says it's a 3 hours hike, 1.5 miles from here to the crater. It's roughly 3 miles round trip. It starts off through here. And right ahead of me, there's a lizard, a very pale lizard. Yeah, you'd be sun bleached too if you had been out here a long time. And there's the crater. We're still very close to the parking lot though. And this is what the trail looks like, starting from the parking area. tell by the shadow there, I'm carrying a golf-size umbrella. Hey, keep the sun out of my face and head and shoulders. Now this is summertime. It's August the 9th, I believe. And does say heat warning, hiking not recommended. Drink plenty of water, be cautious, be safe. And that flag, well, that's a spot up here for one of the, this might be the only spot out here where there's any kind of shade whatsoever on the hiking trail. So if you weren't like me and brought an umbrella to block the at least direct effect of the sun, you're not going to have much of a place to get out. Now, granted, hiking during summer is probably not the best thing to do out here in the Mojave Desert. Highs are expected to be in the 105 area. Not quite that hot yet, obviously. Well, maybe not obviously, but not yet. But at least that windsock up there can direct you to where this is. Albert Stolz. But even here, you don't have a lot of protection from the sun. Winds get pretty gusty out here. So you can see the little bitty pavilion out there. That's the parking lot. And so we go. All right, continuing on. Say a couple hundred meters, couple hundred yards from the rest spot. Interesting formation right here. Some of these are brownish, some are black, some of them are a little of both. The trail itself twists and turns, so you can get around the little rills or flows out here. All right, getting close. Let's see the visitor area parking lot now. The recommended approach is to the west side, which would be over here. And it may not be easily visible, but right over there you can see a sign pointing at the trail. And they say this is because on the right around the edge of the volcano from here is a spot where a different explosion lowered the edge of the crater, so it makes a much better access route. But no real blind spots out here in the trail. A couple little twists and turns where you may lose sight of the volcano, but nothing significant. And the trail is so well marked, you're not going to lose your way out here. Now, this is right on the flanks of the volcano. And again, this has got stripes on top, or strips of metal on top, so it doesn't really provide a lot of shelter from the sun. There's my main shelter from the sun right there. But we were right up close to the crater itself. See the trail marker up there ahead. And around that pass up there is where there's a lower edge to the crater rim, so it makes it easier to get inside. Continuing on. Okay, now on the west side of the crater. And right there, let's zoom in. That's where the trail comes up to the lip of the crater, or at least starts coming up to the lip of the crater. You see a little bit of the trail there on the side. Get up there toward the top. Okay, getting very close to the edge of the crater. Yes, I know this is going to be shaky. Alright, there's the stretch I just showed you. And it continues on. You can see a bit of the zigzags up ahead here. Goes up right above that ridge there. It's like a little fracture line right there. Almost to the top, or at least through the access way. Here you can see the trail, switchbacks, surrounding territory. Let's make it to the pass. All right, so this is the lip of the crater. Trail was pretty level most of the way until you got right here to the base of the volcano. Crater. And that's James Mason from the movie Journey to the Center of the Earth. You might remember him from A Star is Born. Now inside the main part of the crater, or the center of the crater, see right there in the very center, somebody's left a water jug. Those folks who weren't conscientious enough to bring enough water, or just underestimated the amount they might need. So that's a good thing somebody did. That's it. Amboy Crater, California, Mojave Desert. There's two people out in the center of this picture. Now, they weren't there when I was there. I just borrowed the photo because I wanted something to show some perspective or give you an idea how big it is inside the crater. And this is a panorama I did. I do like my panoramas. So let's show you another aerial view here. Those panoramas are actually shot with an airplane rather than a drone. This is a little bit old school, but newer equipment. So another panorama from the top. Now you can go up the sides, but it's steeper than it seems, or steeper than it looks. Harder than it looks, I guess I should say. Looks exactly as steep as it is, but that's why they recommend you go through the little notch there. It makes it easier to get to the edge of the crater. Now, I didn't go all the way up to the top because by this point it was pretty warm out there, so I was trying to save my energy. And yes, indeed, I was really there. Took a selfie while I was there. All right, finishing this up in the car. 108 degrees on the car thermometer. Oh, well. Well, I'm pooped. Wasn't such a long hike. It's hot out there, even with an umbrella. I'm going to try and keep that from shaking. It's hot out there, even without an umbrella. So if you're going to come out here in the summertime, bring lots and lots and lots of fluids, and probably don't even do that. But from Amboy Crater, Travels with Phil, back to you. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please feel free to make comments below as long as the language is family friendly. And if you like this video, please click on the thumbs up button below. You can also subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking on the circle with my picture in it in the lower right hand corner of the video. The arrow's pointing at it now. And once you have subscribed, you can be notified of when I have a new video posted by clicking on the bell icon in the description field below the video. Thanks again for watching.